Ready for the start of period number 2 here between BBD and the Mount Pleasant Ice Cats. Mount Pleasant scoring 2 goals early on and adding a third midway through the period to go up 3-0. Alex Smith getting one back for BBD, and we begin period number 2 with BBD trailing 3-1 against a team they beat 4-2 last year and a team that is 2-7 entering play. This is Michael Donahue losing it in the neutral zone. BBD on the power play for another minute as Spencer Abrams works his way down the right side, hands it to Kyle Bowler into the offensive zone. Shot left side goes wide of the net. Kenny Graniker chasing it down for BBD, but it is held in by Abrams. Abrams sneaks his way around Robert Criscuolo, plays it down the wall. Kyle Bowler couldn't catch up to it, nor could Anthony Britton, and Bryce Wallace will have to chase it back. Here comes Wallace into the offensive end. On the right side, tried to get it to Graniker. It tipped off his stick with 28 seconds left on the power play. Here's Britton with a shot that was blocked. Graniker, or rather Abrams on the left side, has it on his stick down the wall, marked there by Criscuolo. Kyle Bowler now. Tried to sneak it up the left side to Britton. Instead it will be Bowler, and Graniker missed the one-timer. 6 seconds left in the man advantage. Graniker lost the puck. It's played around, and that'll do it for the power play. 3-1 Mount Pleasant leading BBD as Graniker still has it down the wall. Bowler is there. Jack Bertacci now. Shoots it through the crease. Anthony Britton is there to pick it up. Graniker. Britton. Behind the net. Out in front to Bowler. His shot was blocked by Donahue. Bertacci has it on the right side. And it sneaks through the goal mouth, but not into the net. Michael Donahue will pick it up, play it around the wall. Garvey does keep it in the zone. Graniker can't pick it up, and it's cleared. And look out, it's a breakaway here for Mount Pleasant. Louis Alfidi is there to stop the shot. And now a long pass from Britton down the left side for BBD. Gets it in on Bottolieri, who makes the save. End-to-end action held in by BBD, but it was knocked out of the air with a high stick, and so we'll get a play stoppage. End-to-end action, saves by Bottolieri and by Louis Alfidi, and it remains a 3-1 lead for Mount Pleasant. The face-off will be in BBD territory. This Mount Pleasant team has 3 goaltenders. Ben Bottolieri is their primary. They have a female goaltender as well in Josie Carroll, who is one of their captains, believe it or not. Bryce Wallace looks to feed Aiden Garvey, but he can't clear it out of his own zone. Matt Riddle will go back, one of the senior co-captains from Brookfield High School. This is Bryce Wallace playing it around the wall. Ryan Merrill sweeps it out of his own zone, trying to get around Shia Farjan. Merrill will send it down into the offensive end. Justin Sarrazin trying to get down for it. Now it's Riddle holding it in. And Ben Bottolieri will give Mount Pleasant a chance to catch its breath with 12:09 to go here in period number 2. Rusty Graniker, we mentioned, the head coach of BBD for 18 years. At about that same time, Josh Eisenberg was hired as the head coach of Mount Pleasant and coached them for the first 17 years of that tenure, but he left after last season because he got a job coaching phys ed in the Bronx and just couldn't make the commute between Pleasantville and the Bronx. He had been a special ed gym teacher in the Pleasantville School District. So Josh Eisenberg out, and certainly relatable as he and Rusty Graniker had been hired at the same time at their respective schools. Now Joe Kostick is the head coach of Mount Pleasant. He had been an assistant at Fox Lane. BBD will play Fox Lane on Friday. So Joe Kostick in his first year as the head man here at Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant is a co-op of Hastings, Valhalla, Briar Cliff, Pleasantville, and Westlake High Schools, a 5-team co-op. Here's a shot. Louis Alfidi sticks aside. Hands it off to Jack Pratachi. Into the middle to Alex Smith, who has the BBD goal, but it's played back in by Mount Pleasant, and Alfidi will bring it in with Michael Donahue bearing down on him, and Alfidi will hold it for a whistle. Alfidi, a sophomore from Bethel High School. If the name Alfidi rings a bell, his brother was a star here for 3 years, Doug Alfidi. Spencer Abrams, Kyle Bowler, Anthony Britton out of his own zone. Comes Britton with Bowler going towards the net. Here's Britton trying to get it to Bowler. His shot never materialized. It's on the doorstep, and Bottolieri covers it and stops play with 4 minutes gone by here in period number 2. Mount Pleasant continuing to hold a 3-1 lead. Bryce Wallace trying to hold it in, but it's cleared out by Mount Pleasant. Spencer Abrams goes back for BBD. The puck is loose. Here comes Mount Pleasant. Knocked away by Wallace. Spencer Abrams will cover up, but he can't clear it out. Britton trying to clear it out. Instead, it ends up on a Mount Pleasant stick. Abrams blocks that shot and has a breakout 3-on-2 if they hurry. Down the right side comes Spencer Abrams into the offensive zone. Gets around one man, shoots one wide of the net, and was partially blocked. Aiden Garvey comes up. A junior heavy lineup on the ice right now for BBD, with Bowler, Britton, Abrams, Garvey, and Pratachi. And Garvey will go back for it. First action of the season for Aiden Garvey. He missed the first 3 games in Maine with a knee injury he suffered playing fall hockey. Here comes Kyle Bowler into the offensive zone. Shoots one that Bottolieri sticks aside. Bowler holds on to it there. Sheehan Farjan and Robert Quisquolo collapse on him. Kenny Graniker will play it around to the near side. It's loose along the near side wall. Mucking for it is Graniker, I believe. And it's cleared out by Mount Pleasant. Gaetano Hayes playing it down. Aiden Garvey going back with Hayes. And it ends up on the slot. Pratachi plays it to Bowler, and Bowler has some trouble clearing the zone, but finally does. Now in neutral territory. Graniker tried to slip around one man, and Sheehan Farjan plays it into the BBD zone with Aiden Garvey whipping it down, and that stick lying on the ice prevented the icing call, so Garvey came in with a shot that Bottolieri poked aside. That was a break that was going to be an icing against BBD, but it hit the errant stick. Farjan's shot is blocked by Bryce Wallace with 8:48 to go here in the period. Kenny Graniker had to turn and couldn't pick the puck up. Now hands it off to Justin Sarrazin, who has room up the middle. Here's Sarrazin, and he had his shot blocked. And I think there may be a penalty call, and that could result in a penalty shot, as Sarrazin had a path to the net. Let's see what happens here. Sarrazin had a clear path to the net, and I think they may call a penalty instead of a shot. It'll be a penalty against Aiden Dermody for a 90 seconds. So BBD with a 4th power play here. Down by 2 with 8:34 to go in the second period. So Sarrazin creates the mistake, and it'll be Bowler, Britton, Wallace, Gardecki, and Pratachi. Bowler turns and hands it to Gardecki. No, Gardecki's in front. Bowler has it at the point. Lost the puck to Michael Donahue. Bryce Wallace will pick it up. Anthony Britton loses it there. Wallace will pick it up. Looks for a way into the offensive zone. Michael Donahue, the captain for Mount Pleasant, steals the puck, hands it up the middle. Pratachi comes back, blocks it. Donahue with a shot that Louis Alfidi turns aside at the last moment. And look out. BBD's got to be careful here, but they hand it off to Kyle Bowler, who gains access to the offensive zone. But Donahue can't. Donahue blocks the way. Wallace scores! Bryce Wallace buries one into the top right corner on the power play to bring BBD within a goal. It's 3-2. Third goal of the year for Bryce Wallace. He had a 2-goal game against the Brunswick Dragons in Maine. And now BBD has some life. They are back within one. It's 3-2. Kyle Bowler will get, I believe, a second assist on the night. I believe he assisted on the Alex Smith goal as well. So it'll be a 2-point night for Bowler. And BBD is back within the goal after digging themselves a 3-0 hole early on. It looks like there may be a penalty coming here. It's been a chippy game so far. Let's see. I think it's going to be coincidental on Ian McKenzie and Aiden Garvey. Let's see if those are considered minor penalties or if there'll be no loss of manpower. I don't think there'll be any loss of manpower, so Garvey and McKenzie will sit. McKenzie has a goal in this game for Mount Pleasant. Face off in the BBD zone. Graniker tried to hit Sarrazin. It ends up on Alex Smith's stick. He hands it to Spencer Abrams on the right side. Trying to get around Robert Quisquolo of the Westchester Vipers, and it's behind the net now for Smith. Graniker now. But Graniker can't catch up to the puck and will chase it back. 3-2 now in favor of Mount Pleasant with 7 minutes to go in period 2, with Sarrazin bringing the puck down. Spencer Abrams couldn't pick it up. Sheehan Farjan did, and he leads the rush. Farjan trying to chase after it. Alfidi gets run over by Farjan, and play will stop with 6:44 to go here in period number 2. Now Mount Pleasant 3 and BBD 2. Last year, BBD was up 1-0 in the second period when Mount Pleasant scored 2 goals in 15 seconds to take a 2-1 lead. The Ice Cats coming back to win that game. BBD Ice Cats coming back to win that game on goals by Patrick and Eric Fancher, and then Taldara added an empty netter. Here's Bryce Wallace. Brian Merrill, now Kyle Bowler. Quisquolo will try to clear it out. Watanabe couldn't hit Michael Donahue. It's held in by BBD. Brian Merrill in the corner. He had his pocket picked. Jack Crotacci will chase after it. Merrill trying to thread his way through, which is hard for a big man, but Kyle Bowler's got plenty of room, and Bottolieri stops him. Terrific save there from Bottolieri coming out to the top of the crease. Bryce Wallace leaves it for Bowler, tried to sneak it in front to Merrill, and that puck was cleared but not out. Good job by Wallace to hold the zone with just under 6 minutes to go here in the second period. Mount Pleasant 3, BBD 2. Kenny Graniker has it in the right wing corner. Tried to hit Britton, gets it to the forehand. Bottolieri went down to cover the low ice. Bertacci, but Britton can't touch it because they are offside. They clear the zone. You see the red pants shell that Michael Donahue was wearing. That's because he also plays for the Westchester Express. And remember, in New York, you can play both travel and high school. And the reason I mention that is because in last year's game between these two teams, which was on BBD's opening night, Donahue was playing for the Westchester Express, came down here from Brewster, and didn't miss he made most of the game because there was a situation with the EMT before the start of the game that delayed the start time from 9:30 till about 10 o'clock. And so it only was a couple of whistles in that Donahue made the game. Spencer Abrams off the save by Alfidi, trying to clear it out. Gaetano Hayes holds the zone. Now Abrams clears it out. But Mount Pleasant gets new life. Alfidi has that one in the glove and stops play with just under 5 minutes to go here in period number 2, with Mount Pleasant holding a 3-2 lead over BBD. The goals in last year's game were Gaetano Hayes, who's going to take the face-off for Mount Pleasant, and Koichi Watanabe. Watanabe has 2 goals in this game. There's a stick save by Alfidi to the corner. Ian McKenzie, who has a goal in this game, sends it on net, and Alfidi covers that. Shots are even now at 17. Mount Pleasant one up on the scoreboard. It's 3-2. Mount Pleasant won the first 3 games in the series here against BBD. BBD has won the last 2. They trail by a goal here. Ryan Merrill now for BBD takes the pass from Anthony Britton, gains the offensive zone on the right side around Aiden Dermody. Merrill tried a backhander. It ends up on Britton's stick, or rather on Merrill's stick. And he lost the puck, and so here comes Mount Pleasant out of its own zone with Gian Farjan. Matt Riddle there to force him wide. Good job by Matt Riddle. Centering pass goes all the way through the goal mouth. Here comes Bowler. Bowler on the left side lost the puck as he tried one too many dangle moves. Britton in the corner. Britton trying to keep it alive. It goes over Garvey's stick, and he is out of the box after the coincidental penalties he and Ian McKenzie took. They're both out and available. We are continuing to be plagued by technical problems here at the Westchester Skating Academy in Elmsford, New York. When the second period that you've been watching ended, it was 3-2 in favor of Mount Pleasant. They added 3 goals in the last 3 minutes of the second period and now lead the game 6-2 as we go to period 3.